Welcome to Midnight Tales. There are places on this earth that were never meant to be seen. Places buried so deep beneath the ocean that even sunlight has forgotten them. Places older than language, older than prayer, older than mankind itself. And sometimes, when the sea is disturbed, when the floor of the world shifts in its sleep, those places rise. I know this because I saw one, and I swear to you, it was made of dead things. My story begins in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, far from any coast, far from any ship, and far from any voice that could answer mine. I had been drifting for days, maybe longer. At first, I counted the sunrises. Then I counted the empty bottles of water. Then I stopped counting anything at all. The ocean has a way of breaking time. 1 hour feels like a day. One night feels like a lifetime. And when there is nothing around you but waves, sky, heat, and silence, your mind begins to create company for itself. I heard footsteps inside my little boat. I heard whispers under the water. I saw shadows moving beneath the surface, too large to be fish, too slow to be whales. But every time I leaned over the side, there was nothing, only blue, endless, cruel blue. Then one night, the sea went quiet. Not calm, quiet. There is a difference. A calm sea still breathes. It rises and falls. It taps against the wood. It reminds you that it is alive. But this was not calm. This was silence. Like the entire ocean was holding its breath. I remember looking up at the moon. It was thin, pale, and sick-looking, hanging above me like a dead eye. Then I fell asleep, and when I woke up, the ocean was gone. At first, I thought I was still dreaming. My boat was no longer floating. It was tilted on its side, stuck in thick black mud. Around me stretched a flat, endless plain of slime. No waves, no horizon, no seabirds, no sound. Just miles and miles of wet, black earth glistening under the burning sun. The smell hit me next. Rot, salt, mud, and something worse underneath it all. Something ancient. Something that had been sealed away for millions of years and was now breathing again. The ground was covered in dead fish. Not just fish. There were bodies of things I could not name. Long, pale shapes with too many fins. Shells cracked open like broken skulls. Soft, swollen creatures with glassy eyes and mouths that looked almost human. Some were half buried in the mud. Some twitched, though they were clearly dead. And everywhere, the black slime pulsed beneath the heat, as if the island itself had a heartbeat. That was when I understood the truth. This was no island. This was the ocean floor. Something had lifted it. Something beneath the world had pushed it upward while I slept. I should have stayed with the boat. That would have been the intelligent thing to do. But fear does strange things to a man. Sometimes it freezes him. Sometimes it makes him run. And sometimes, worse than both, it makes him curious. In the distance, I saw a mound rising from the black plain. It was the only shape in that dead world. A dark hill standing against a sky that seemed too bright, too empty, too clean for the horror beneath it. I packed what little food and water I had left. Then I began walking. The mud sucked at my boots. Every step made a wet sound, like hands pulling loose from flesh. The sun burned my neck. The smell filled my throat. Flies gathered around the bodies in thick black clouds, but they made no buzzing. That was the first thing that truly frightened me. Even the insects were silent. By evening, the mound looked no closer. By night, the temperature dropped so fast that the sweat on my skin turned cold. I slept beside the carcass of something shaped like an eel, except it had small arms folded against its chest. I did not sleep for long. I dreamed of cities beneath the water. I dreamed of towers covered in barnacles. I dreamed of people with wide mouths and shining eyes, kneeling in the dark before something enormous. When I opened my eyes, the moon was above me, and the mound was waiting. I reached it the next day. From far away, it had looked small. Up close, it was enormous. Not a hill, a ridge, a raised wall of black stone and dried mud. I climbed slowly, using both hands, my fingers sinking into the slime. At the top, I looked down, and my soul nearly left my body. On the other side was a canyon, a wound in the earth. It dropped into darkness so complete that the moonlight could not reach the bottom. The walls were steep, wet, and jagged. Far below, I heard water moving. Not waves, a channel. A hidden river flowing through a valley that should have been buried under the Pacific.